always like being part of the minority, so being here and being female, under 30, a doctor turned entrepreneur, and from the Southern Hemisphere, I'm certainly in my element. Now let me ask you to put yourself in this situation. You're a parent whose child has just been told by their doctor that they have epilepsy, type 1 diabetes, leukemia. What do you as a parent give that child to help them understand what they've just been told? For you as the parents, there's books, brochures, websites, online communities. For the children, there is nothing. With my colleague, Dr. Kim, we founded Medikidz because we, as the clinician, felt frustrated that we had nothing to give our young patients to help them understand their conditions and treatments. We founded Medikidz to become the trusted global brand for children's health. And central to this brand are the Medikidz. They're a gang of 5 superheroes from planet Mediland, naturally a planet shaped like the human body out in space. Each Medikid represents a different part of the body. You've got Pump in the middle, he's your heart man. Gastronomic to his left, he's all about the stomach. Chi, she's the lungs. Skinderella on the right, she's skin and bones. And Axon, he's the brain. And we use these characters to engage the children and to educate them about what we all know is that confusing and often frightening world of medicine. We've built Medikidz to be the one-stop destination for children about anything medicine and health, always centered around the Medikidz characters. And we're an integrated publishing house and an online company. So we publish comic books about different conditions, from asthma and ADHD to haemophilia and HIV. Also conditions that may affect the child's loved ones, like What's Up with Mum, Medikidz Explain Breast Cancer. What's Up with Grandpa, Medikidz Explain Alzheimer's. These comic books are like Marvel meets medicine. They're written for 10 to 15-year-olds, but in 6 months' time, we're going back and doing the Medi-Tots for the 5 to 9-year-olds. We also produce pamphlets about specific branded medicines and brochures about investigations that a child may face in hospital. And Medikidz.com is integrated with 3 different components. Firstly, there's the virtual world of Mediland. This is like a human body's second life, where a child can log on, create their own personalized avatar, and zoom around inside the brain room, the stomach room, the lung room. There's even its own in-world virtual currency, red blood cells, naturally. However, these are all earned in-world. The whole entire site is free. Secondly, there's the Medipedia. So this is the integrated medical information written for kids, like the WebMD for kids side of it. And thirdly, the social network, like the Facebook for sick kids. In a safe and fully moderated environment, 24/7, children from around the globe can connect in disease communities. These are the 3 components that Medikidz.com consists of at the moment. However, we have the plan to expand to further interactivity. Naturally, human body and health-related games are the next step. And then, moving to try and empower young people to take more autonomy over their health, things like calendars linked to SMS for medication and appointment reminders, or chronic illness disease management online, and myriad mobile health applications to come too. As with any health-related company, it's vital that the credibility is at the core of the business, as it is with Medikidz. We're founded by doctors, all our content is written by doctors, and then we have the support and endorsement from global, well-established institutions like the American Cancer Society and Great Ormond Street Hospital. These institutions can then become our customers too. So the end user for Medikidz are the children, their siblings, classmates, parents. However, fantastically, the customers are a diverse portfolio of those who are stakeholders in children's health around the globe, from governments to NGOs to large corporates. So Medikidz was launched only 2 months ago, with Archbishop Desmond Tutu as our spokesperson. We had global media coverage, including BBC News, and we even made it onto the front page of the Times of India. We have a London office with a team of 15, and so far, in the last 2 months, we've sold 450,000 of the comic books around the world. And this is only scratching the surface of what is possible. We have signed large contracts with some of the world's largest companies, pharmaceuticals, and the medical equipment providers. And the brilliant thing about these contracts is that the profit margins have been very favourable. We've also had numerous discussions in Geneva with the World Health Organization, probably the biggest brand in medicine worldwide. These are regarding the distribution of some of our titles, HIV, malaria, and TB, into the developing world. As well, we've had quite a number of meetings with government ministers, both here in the UK, but also even India, South Africa, New Zealand, for taking Medikidz to that level. We've even had requests from countries around the world to license Medikidz.com into such languages as Indonesian and Armenian. So as you can see, for a company that's only 2 months old, we can be quite pleased and excited about how we're going, especially with such a great response from so many giant major multinationals. In fact, I was presenting to the VP of AstraZeneca, specifically on asthma. He said to me at the end of the presentation, "So how much?" And I said, "Oh, well, for the asthma package, it's all volume dependent." He goes, no, stop there. I mean, how much for Medikidz? Having been told numerous times, though, that it takes 5 years to build a good brand, I told him I'd come back in 4.5 years' time. So, do we have a tiger by the tail? I hope so. How can you help us then? You'll be very glad to know we don't need funding. We've been funded by a fantastic group of angel investors. However, what we're looking for is an incredible online director. So if you know anyone, please send CVs now. And what would that person get to become part of? Well, according to Archbishop Tutu, a global initiative. Speaking at our launch here in London in September, he said, "Tonight marks the beginning of a global initiative to reach out to sick children everywhere. It will, in short, make the child, the patient, the focus." And I think this emphasis on the patient, this empowerment, is one of the most splendid things to have emerged in modern medicine. So, watch out, world. Here we come. Thank you.